Hello! I'm here with friends for Tuesday Night Sprints with Friends. Although I'm near it, so I'm pointing in the wrong direction.
The
There's people here. You see them. You see where they are. It's fine. But we'll do the, YouTube, what you do, who you are, what you're reading, things that we do at the beginning of every sprint. Cal, do you want to start?
Sure thing. I am Cal. My channel is Retrieving Books, where I talk about books and my golden retrievers. I am reading Into the Dying Light by Katie Rose Poole tonight. I don't have a cover.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's I have no idea. I don't think it's good, but I'm enjoying it.
What kind of book is it?
It's YA fantasy.
Oh, okay.
Whoa, interesting.
Yeah. And it's the third one in a trilogy. And I feel like what she did was write mediocre straights and then a really good pair of gays that have kept me going. I'm like, oh, I'm only here for the gays. And everybody else, I'm just like, why are they still alive? They're terrible. So, yeah, that's my review.
I love that review.
That's amazing.
Julie, what about you?
My name's Julie. My channel is Keep Calm with Books and Coffee. I'm a bit of an omnivore reader, but I mostly read things with magic in them. And I am starting The Last Tale of the Flower Bride by Roshani Chokshi. This is my Indies book club pick for this month, so I have to read it soon.
I love that cover.
It's so pretty.
Is it indie published?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I
was gonna say she's pretty big, isn't she?
Nope, HarperCollins.
Oh, well, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
The antithesis.
If you are not subscribed to either of these lovely people, they are in the description box below. So to find their channels, very easy. Just click the names and it'll take you right there. I am, if you're here, I'm assuming you know who I am, but I'm reading, just going to go out on a limb.
Probably.
I'm Brittany. Hi. I'm reading The Boyfriend Project.
Nice.
Ooh.
How is it?
I'm loving it. The banter in this.
We love banter.
We love that.
It's not even against the love interest yet. It's just like three girlfriends and they're having this banter back and forth. And I'm like, I'm living for this.
Beautiful.
I love that. Yeah.
So
such a nice cover too.
I know. I like it. So I'm only 66 pages in, but so far so good.
Good.
Let's check out the comments, see who's here. Hi, Lexi. Listening to Strangers on a Train while walking Ellie in the first sprint. Just got home with groceries. Nice. Hi, Steph. How are you? Reading The Wicked King.
I love that book.
Hal approves. Hi, Amanda. Hoping to finish the last 168 pages of Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. You've got this.
Yeah.
I feel like it's late for you, but I don't know. 10:30? Maybe? If I can do time zones. Hi, Taylor, reading The Writing Retreat. Taylor, how are you liking The Writing Retreat? I did not like it, but out of that buddy read, I was the only one who didn't like it. So it's fine.
It's always complicated when you're like, so I'm loving it. And they're like, oh, I fucking hate this.
It's one of those books where it's described as weird. And I'm not any person who, when a book is described as weird, go, oh, that's what I require.
I agree with that. Whimsy is my least favorite fantasy thing. I'm like, no, make it make sense.
Yeah, it's like a thriller with horror elements. And I was just like, I could do without.
Yeah.
But I know everybody else liked it. So it's just
that creates a good discussion though. Like people have to like defend it then and talk about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Me, I'm the problem. It's not fun. Hi, Neva. Roll number 4 is live for Stars Hollowathon. If you're doing Stars Hollowathon, Neva, you're a mod on this channel. Drop the link. Love. Hello, Alicia. ML. Oh, comments went crazy. Kelly, Zoe, reading Middle Game. Hi, Glenda. Hello. Hi's to everyone. Finishing up the last 133 pages of A Spell of the Good Things by Not Even Gonna Try. Same author who wrote the book Stay With Me. Nice.
Ayobami Adebayo.
There you go. See,
Yeah.
I should just cast it.
Yoruba.
There you go.
Nice.
10:30 p.m. That's what I thought. See, I know time zones.
You got it. You got it.
I know what time it is in the UK. Working during these sprints, sadly, but happy to have company and hear about books while I do. Are you grading tonight, ML? Is that what you're working on?
Oh, I always forget that teachers have to do that in their own time. They're
Yeah.
like, that's not fair.
No,
You should count those hours against their summer and make summer longer.
that's
Yeah.
true. Like it so far, I'm glad that you're liking it. Like I said, I knew I was not in the I'm in the much minority on that book. It's fine. Neva gave it 3 stars. I wouldn't say I really liked it. That's fair. I think everyone else in our buddy read gave it 5.
Whoa. Okay,
Wow.
so drastically
I
different.
gave it 2. There was a big disparity.
We had an Avengers book like that one time, the Once and Future Witches, where Margaret and I were like, this book fucking sucked. It was awful. Burn it. And Brie, like not Brianna, but Brie,
Yeah.
was like, I love this. 5 stars. We were just like, what?
To be honest, I'm usually the one lately that has been rolling up to buddy reads and book club books being like, not for me. Everyone else is like 5 stars. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm the party pooper of the book club and buddy reads. Stars Holo, roll 3. Roll 4. Thank you. I've lost track of how many. Might I add, we've done now 4 rolls. I picked 4 books. Have I read any of those 4 books? Nope. One of them is a graphic novel. Like, what?
As committed to your books as Rory is to her boyfriends.
Pretty much.
Ooh. Yeah.
Pretty much. And I'm on brand. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Nina. Liking the first ever Brandy Sandy book. I need to try Brandon Sanderson. I have yet to. Have either of you read?
I have read 2 or 3. I've read Mistborn, just the first one, and I've read War. Oh fuck! The one with the sexy god.
Words of
War-
Radiance?
No. let me look it up.
I'm not going to know the answer to this question.
I have read Mistborn and a couple of others, and I actually don't like Brandon Sanderson's writing. So I am the minority there.
Warbreaker.
Warbreaker.
Okay.
It happens. Sometimes an author is not for you.
He's just not for me.
It happens.
I liked them both, but what was I like? Yeah, Alicia got it. Warbreaker was I. But like, it's not like, wow. It's like, yeah, no, they were good.
Yeah. I feel like I would assume that it's like, wow, just by the hype.
That's what it, and I think maybe there would have been more wow if the hype hadn't been so big, where I'm like, yeah, no, I get that this is well done, but I'm not like shitting my pants over here. Like,
Right. Which is what I think I would go into it expecting, to be honest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Reading some scholarly essays in my field, grading and preparing for training. I give to other faculty on Friday.
Ooh.
Busy night, ML.
That's a lot.
Yeah, ML's busy. ML teaches at a university.
Oh, wow.
In classes that I would be much too stupid to attend. But I'm always really interested.
But no, the trick about university is that you just have to pretend you're the smartest in the room and convince everybody else. It really has nothing to do with how smart you are.
That's very true.
There you go. Yeah.
It was, as Brie would say, a book, and I read it. Yep.
That is exactly how she'd say it.
I love her philosophy for that.
It was fine. 4 stars and 4 stars. 0 books for my own readathon. That's a mood.
Mm-hmm.
That's a mood. You know what? It happens.
That's how it goes sometimes.
I'm hosting and I haven't read any either. So it's fine. Want to read CJ Tudor's Burning Girls, if anyone would want to buddy read that.
Mm.
I am Roy for this week. We are on brand. It's fine. I'm sure I would love it because I know that we both love Babbel to the same level. And that was a lot to do with what you teach in school. I feel.
What do you teach? Because Babbel was like it's probably one of my favorite books I've ever read.
Emma, what do you teach? I feel like for some reason I knew that when I read Babbel, I was like, you would love Babbel, ML. Like you need to read it, and ML did read it.
ML, I did my master's in African history. So like, let's chat.
And she's gonna say something, and I'm gonna be like, I was completely wrong. But it's fine. Buddy read with you. Nice.
Ooh.
Love that. Hi, Sarah. How are you? Oh. I don't know which we're talking about. If we're talking about Babbel, then yes.
Burning Girls, I think.
Oh, Burning Girls.
Mm.
If I'm following the conversation correctly.
Sometimes I don't know if
I'm not good at following conversations anyways. So.
I'm like, not a clue.
Well, and when chat and somebody gets in between, and it's just like,
Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes we're like so far behind on the comments too that I'm like, that's something we were talking about 10 minutes ago, and I don't remember any longer.
Yeah.
Love the Drift and want to try another of theirs. I have a couple. Nice. Yes, Burning Girls.
Mm.
Okay, are we ready to go into a sprint? Because we've reached the end of the comments.
I am, personally.
Yep.
Let's do
yeah.
it. Let's go. Hello. Did that not go off?
I didn't hear anything.
No.
I was like, why did that not make a sound? I'll look into that in the next sprint. Everything's fine. I was like, okay. How did it go? We've got a Nell.
Hello.
I got 36 pages, something like that.
I read 9%.
Nice.
Yeah.
I did 50 pages.
Amazing.
I got in here late, but I read a chapter. I don't know how many pages the chapter was, but I got through a chapter.
Nice.
Nell, since you just joined, do you want to do who you are, what you
Sure.
do, what you're reading?
Sure. So I'm Nell. My channel is Nell Diamond. You'll probably have to use an @ symbol or quotation marks, otherwise Neil Diamond will come up, and that's clearly not me. I do all the regular booktube stuff, the hauls, the vlogs. I'm in the middle of filming a reading vlog right now, so you guys will probably be in the vlog. But I do the vlogs, I do what else? TBRs, and I do occasional sprints every now and then here and there, like on my channel, that I always pop up on other people's channels like I am right now. I have a book club, the So Shelf-Centered Book Club. So my Discord is linked in all my videos. And what do I read? I read mystery, thriller, manga, rom-coms. Occasionally I've been getting more into nonfiction. So I dabble in nonfiction, I dabble in fantasy. And now I'm reading my first horror book because Kenny from Kenny Writes convinced me to read this horror book.
Cool.
I love that. Also, if you want to subscribe to Nell, and I highly recommend that you do, and you don't want to find Neil Diamond, the link is in the description box, so you can just click it and go right there for easy access. What are you reading right now? What is this
I'm
horror?
reading The Hunger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you liking it?
Yes, surprisingly. So I've never read horror before. And even if I had read horror, because I like horror movies, but this book is basically about a bunch of like settlers from like the 1800s that are trying to make the journey from, I think, Illinois to California. And there's some kind of cannibalism situation going on, which typically is not something that I would read, but I am like very invested in these characters. Like I really want to know what's going to happen.
Fair. That's fun. Well,
Yeah.
not fun, but you know, cannibalism and fun might not be the best way to put that, but you know.
It's your typical Tuesday night romp, you know?
Yeah. Just a little bit of cannibalism.
Had so many comments that happened while we were on timer
Really did.
that there is no way I'm going to be able to click on all of them and us not be here for 400 hours. So we're going to do a rapid to get up to where everyone tells us how they did, because we had a lot come in. But hello, Crystal. I'm sorry that Addie is sick, but I'm glad that you're here. I feel like anytime kids go to school, they're instantly sick constantly.
Yeah.
This is what ML teaches.
That's amazing. I love that.
Ooh.
Hence no sprints last night. However, I'll be joining Britt on Friday for weekend reunion sprints. And I saw this comment come in and I want to go rename them as reunion sprints because it was me going, Crystal, I miss you. When can you sprint with me?
Nice.
That was how those came apart. Because Crystal works now, so she can't come to any of the nighttime sprints because with the Australian time zone,
It's just not working out.
it adds a whole other level of complexity.
I wrote a master's research paper. We had the option of doing a course-heavy 1-year program with a less complex paper, or a 2-year research-heavy program with a published paper. And so my paper wasn't published. So unfortunately, I cannot send it to you. But it was on British race construction in colonial Nigeria, which led up to the eventual genocide of indigenous people in Nigeria, which is a heavy topic. But yeah, that's what it was on.
Hey, Nicole.
Good morning to Nicole and Ro. Ro's reading Fonda Lee's newest book, which I really want to read. Are you liking it? I would like to know. Mika joined us and spent the day untangling their German and English reviews on Goodreads. Almost midnight, but feel like reading. Very good. And this is ML's new job, which I know ML is very excited about.
I love that as a like, I don't know if it's a department or like a major or whatever, but beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
ML, you're moving for your new job, I think. Am I right? I might be crazy. Hello, Andy. Thank you for joining. Joining before I get some dinner. I'll be reading 1,000,000 to 1, a sapphic historical fiction that takes place on the Titanic. One moment.
I love the Titanic. Anything that has to do with the Titanic, I'm
Me
there.
too. And it's sapphic, which just made me even more excited.
I'm getting on Storygraph to add this.
I'm literally like, one moment, please. I love how I was like, we're going to get through these comments that happen quickly, and that's not what's going to happen. I'm going to add books to my TBR. It's totally fine. Sapphic is female romance. 1 in a million. See in the book, it's YA. It looks YA. And I think the author writes YA. Yeah, YA.
Mm-hmm.
No problem. Okay, here we go.
Hey,
We're
Zoe.
at the beginning of the sprint now. Hi, Nell.
Hey, Zoe.
Oh, hold on. Comments are going crazy. And then we have a hey from Chloe. Popping in to say hello before bed. Have a fabulous time sprinting. Thank you. Listen to the Lover album while I read. We support this decision. Read a chapter of Witch Snapped in Westernham. Cozy mystery, I think. Sounds like a cozy.
Yeah.
I love how you can tell it's a cozy just from the title.
If the title sounds like the beginning of a limerick, it might be cozy.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just how it works. 143 pages left of Skyward.
Nice.
Made it to 73% of my book. Nina, you're gonna have to remind me what you were reading. I don't remember. Lots of not
Hey, Neva, where are you at?
hello to Nell.
Where's Neva at work?
Neva is probably leaving for work
Okay.
very shortly. Yeah. Hoping to finish today. Gonna get more coffee in the next sprint. I'm always in for the coffee. I drink way too much coffee.
No such thing.
I agree.
Agreed.
Got to 61% in Strangers on a Train and started making dinner. What are you making? 41 pages read, 3 hours left of the audiobook. Should be able to finish tonight. Yes. Next sprint, I'm going to listen to more of The Blackbird and do some diamond painting. Very nice. Read nothing. Started Delilah Green Doesn't Care for a project as an audiobook at work today. Had to get around for work. Wait a minute. You were at work today? Are you not going into work now? I'm confused. Yay, go horror was the book. The Hunger. We'll be looking for it. I love horror. We lost a cow. It happens. I know that Cal was having trouble with their connection earlier.
Yeah.
The Hunger sounds awesome. It does, actually. I don't like, here's the thing. I always hear synopsis for horror books, but I don't like horror, but I'm always intrigued by the synopsis.
The
And
intrigue is very high.
I'm like, I want to read that, but then I just know that I won't like it. So I need to not try, even though I'm like, it sounds good.
I didn't think I was gonna like this. Like based on the synopsis, I was like, this sounds super boring. But honestly, I'm like, I need to know. Like, I gotta keep going. Like, what's gonna happen?
You're back.
It did the damn thing again. I was like, what if I switch tabs to YouTube to subscribe to Nell, and it completely kicked me out of Chrome? And I was
So
like,
it's like you've done too many things.
yeah,
Yeah.
really multitasking 2 tabs. Ooh.
So
So,
dare you try to do more than one thing at a time.
exactly. Yeah. Be careful, guys. It's a
I knew you were moving, fleeing Texas to California.
Oh, good
That's
choice.
fair.
Yeah.
Oh no, hold up. I've heard so many Rick's reviews about this book, so I don't want to be responsible for you guys not liking it. Okay, I'll go into it with that in mind. Although I have heard good things about this author. Once I looked it up, it was an author that I recognize. I think Ren recommended the author to me, if I'm correct, from the Reading Ren. Didn't hear you come back because my headphones weren't in. Honestly, the timer didn't go off either, Crystal. So there could be a couple reasons you didn't hear us. What are we all reading? I'm reading The Boyfriend Project.
I am reading Into the Dying Light by Katie Rose Poole.
I'm doing The Last Tale of the Flower Bride by Roshani Chakshi.
And I'm reading The Hunger by Alma Katsu.
There we go. Crystal also needs coffee. I just finished my coffee and it's 7:30 at night. So I feel like another coffee might be a mistake. I might regret that life choice later. Having fried chicken sandwich and some mac and cheese. That sounds amazing.
That really sounds so comforting.
That sounds so good.
I just like makes my stomach happy, please.
I love mac and cheese too. So can't go wrong. Hi, Mare. I hope you're having a good day at work. Read horror when the sun was. I read horror when the sun is shining. That's fair.
Valid.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's very fair. Subscribe to everyone. Better go happy reading, everyone. Thank you, Mare. Have a good day. Hi, everyone. Oh, hi, Katrina. How are you? I was like, somebody joined and I didn't see it. My brain didn't catch. Just reading Spite House. Loved it. Nice. We have a Bree. Hello. Gave it 3 stars, read the arc. I'm liking it so far. It's not going to be a 5-star read, I don't think, but it'll be probably, I don't know. It's early days yet. I hate giving an early rating because then when I change my mind, I'm like, I take that back.
Yeah.
I'm only 100 pages in, but so far I'm liking it. It's not what I was expecting it to be based off the synopsis, though. I will say the synopsis does not really tell you what the book is about. And like they could, obviously put more in because I think anything that happens in the first like 60, 70 pages could be in a synopsis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But that's fine. Nearly midnight here and I'm still making tea for the next sprint.
I am like that too. I'll drink tea until the minute I go to bed.
Yeah.
But tea has a little less caffeine. Well, some tea, I guess, not all.
I don't know. It doesn't really have the same effect on me. And I've heard that that's like a neurodivergent thing too, that like just like my brain doesn't process it the same way because it does not, there's no stimulant effect at all.
That's fair.
Yeah.
The end. Oh, see, that's why I don't like to give an early rating on things because then I go, well, actually, it really went downhill. The sanatorium would be a great, if anyone wants to see me reading that in sprints where I was like, this is going to be 5 stars. And then as the sprints went on, I got more and more angry. It just crashed. I was like, so sorry. On my way to work now, taking Austin to soccer practice first. I was like, you should be heading to work if I know your schedule correctly. Always want to like horror, but I'm easily squicked out by the body horror. That makes sense. That makes sense. I am a fantasy reader and I like world building and I like explanations. And horror does not give me those things.
The second half of that comment is a wild ride.
Yeah, I'm like focusing on the latter part.
I just kind of went, and I'm going to just comment on the first part.
Okay, rectums.
Yes, I have to work today. It's Tuesday. I read a choose your own adventure romance, and I think it's on the same level as The Stand for me, wanting my time back and how angry I am. That sucks. I hate when you do that with books where it's like, that was not my thing. Love horror. The timer is not going off for some reason because it just told us our break was over and there was not a noise at all.
No.
It's fine. Agree with the sanatorium. Yeah, that was not it.
See,
There you go.
it has to go through the autism filter, and when it does, there's no stimulant left.
I would die if caffeine didn't make me up.
Nothing. It's nothing.
I would not be okay.
Really? Okay.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Interesting.
That is interesting. Tea just warms me up. No stimulus for me. I skipped one. I'm going to say because, hello, fellow Texan, because there's really only one major university in my city. It could be easy to figure out who I am, and I love it. Just be book lover me on here. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Okay. We actually hit the end of the comments. I'm going to try and figure out why the timer's not making any noise.
I'm going to hop off because I have to go to dog training.
Oh, yes. Thank you for joining us for the first
thanks for having
30
me.
minutes.
It was
It's nice meeting you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. All right. Happy
Bye.
reading, everyone.
Bye.
Okay. And again, if you haven't subscribed to Cal, all his information is in the bio. So go check it out. But let's pull up the timer. If it doesn't go off this time, I will just make a noise.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
First, I will try to fix it because why? Who knows? But are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. I was really hoping that timer was going to go off this time. Because if anyone was noticing the chat, there is a lot of animal noises that people would like me to do if the timer didn't go off. And I was like, nope. Nope. First of all, does the velociraptor make a noise? What would that be? Also, don't know what this sound is either. We couldn't have put some farmyard animals. We had to really go to some different animal sounds for me. So I'm going to get a different timer during this next sprint that will actually hopefully make noise. Fingers crossed. How did we do, Julie? Oh, Julie, you're still muted.
Thank you.
No problem.
I got dinner and I read about 16 pages. So
Nice.
Nice.
Very nice. Are you liking it so far?
I am really enjoying this. I wasn't sure, like it's described as very and it is very flowery writing. Like it's very whimsical, but I really do like it. So I'm flying
Nice.
through it. So
That's awesome. I love when you get a fast read. Like that's always fun.
like it's under 300 pages. So
Ooh.
yeah, it's going very, very quickly.
Now, how did you do?
29 pages.
Very nice.
Nice.
Very nice. I'm trying to set up a timer while we're talking. It's like impossible to do at the same time. Anyway, that's good. Are you liking it still?
Mhm.
Have you reached cannibalism yet?
Almost. So the guy was about to attack her, and then she took the knife and stabbed him in the throat.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah. But there's this other girl who maybe is like giving like the Sixth Sense vibes where she can like hear dead people. She can't see them, but she can hear them. Maybe. Not really sure. I don't know if she's just crazy or if she really can like hear dead people.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very
it is very interesting.
That is interesting. I got 30 pages done and folded laundry. So it's now no longer on my bed for when we're done sprints. I can actually go to bed. Because I
That's a
always
big win.
I always put it on my bed in the hopes that it makes me actually fold it and then later regret my life choice.
Yep.
Like early in the day when I do it, I'm like, oh, that's fine. I'll definitely get to that. And, things happen. Hi, Rye. How are you? What are you doing? Reading? What's going on? Completed a section of my diamond painting and listened to 51 pages. Have either of you done diamond painting? I'm highly interested.
Yes.
I've never done it.
It looks really fun.
I really liked it when I did it. I kind of got into crochet now,
Mm-hmm.
but I have a bunch of them and they are very nice to just like do with an audiobook, something like that.
That's what I'm thinking. Just like, because sometimes it's nice just to have like a mindless activity
Yeah.
while you're listening to an audiobook or a podcast or even just watching TV.
Yeah. I do think it takes up a little more how do I say, like physical space, because you have to have all the different sections of color, like diamond things and everything, and you have to lay it flat. So it's a little more of a more like a puzzle that you have to take up more of a space.
That
But
makes sense.
it is fun.
Sense. I mean, yeah, that would make sense that that's what a velociraptor sounds like. I was trying to remember from Jurassic Park, not that that would be the most accurate scientific description of what dinosaurs sound like, but it would be the best that I have available to me. I should have just got Alexa to do it, because I'm sure I'd be like, hey,
Yeah.
tell the people we're done by roaring, please. Didn't read, just ate my mac and cheese. Yum.
Mm.
Working on some craft this morning. What are you doing? 103 pages left. You are rocking it, Amanda. Now my what does the fox say? That's real, hitting it back to what, 10 years ago, probably, easily.
A while, yeah.
It's been a while. Love that. I mean, it's the only thing I can think of, and this must be throwing it back real far, is when Glee did the weird episode with the puppets and did this song. And I was like, that's when that show really became unhinged. We've really gone down a whole new direction. Got a bit more done, but going to shower and switch to showering in the next sprint. Very good. Hello, Danny. How are you? Reading Fairy Tale, 80% of the way through. That's a chunky one.
Is that the Stephen King book? Okay.
I'm assuming. Yes.
That
I
is
want to
good.
read that one because it is fantasy. And I think I would prefer, because again, I don't like horror.
Yeah.
Read 39 pages of Moose Grab. And it's okay, but I somehow don't feel the pressing need to know who's behind the crime.
Have you finished the 5th season, Mika? I mean, no rush, because I'm still at like 25%, but I'm just curious to know where you are in that.
I haven't read the 5th season yet, but I want to.
Join us. We're reading it.
I cannot add another book to my TBR for this month. I still haven't read any of my Magical Readathon TBR. Not one book. Luckily, Margaret has decided to also needs to read for Blood and Ash and was like, we'll do it together. And I was like, okay, because that might actually mean I read it for Magical Readathon.
There you go.
It's very possible that I don't. Love diamond painting. See, I want to try it. I'm going to need to. It's good, isn't it? How are you finding it, Danny? That's Fairy Tale. Hello, Erin. How are you? What are you doing reading this morning? Because it must be morning for you. 9 a.m.? 9:30 a.m.? Love the look of diamond painting, but I feel like I'm too impatient for it. That's fair. I feel like it would take a long time to do one.
Mm-hmm.
Have mine all in little pots, and I do one color at a time.
That's smart.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't take up as much room that way, although it's a big canvas, and I have it on my light pad. Ooh, I feel like a light pad would be a fun way to see the colors.
That would be super helpful. I have a little book light that I clip to my thing I clip it on, so it helps that way. But
That makes sense. I'm doing a wool felt applique, a massive project, and I'm filming it for Patreon for my craft channel. So fun. I didn't know you had a Patreon for your craft channel. How did I not know this? Well, it's my first Stephen King 2. It's meant to be unlike everything. Yeah, it is definitely, I think, I haven't read it, and I haven't read anything but The Shining, but from what I know, since it's fantasy, it's probably pretty different from the rest. Ooh, interesting. I meant to switch to grading after my shower. That's okay. I lose the ability to even read the comments in about another hour. One more sprint, and I'll be no good. Hi, Kiana. Kiana, I'm reading The Boyfriend Project. Kiana sent this to me for my birthday, which is why I decided to mention it, which was very lovely. Ooh, yay! Sweet Magnolia cookbook arrived yesterday. Nicole and I have decided to buddy read this with Neva, the Sweet Magnolia series, because we've started watching it on Netflix. And then we found out there was a cookbook. And frankly, the food looks really good in the cookbook. So we decided we needed that as well.
Nice.
Love diamond painting too. I do it when I'm listening to audiobooks. An A3 sized light pad makes it a ton easier to see in low light. That makes sense. That's probably why I didn't know this. That might be
Also,
why.
happy BookTube birthday, Nicole.
Oh, yes, I saw that today. It's exciting.
Yeah.
9:30 a.m. Good conversion. I have so many Australian friends that if I hadn't figured this out by now, it's because I'm constantly, although now with the time changes, I had to readjust because we sprung forward and they fell back, which made it really weird. I was like, oh,
Oh, that hurts my head.
Right. So 15 hours shrunk to 13 hours.
Okay.
But we switched on different weekends. So there was a time where it was a 14-hour time difference. And I was
Yeah.
like, this is hard. Like this this is too complicated. I'm not able to do this. To the point that I was just like, for Mel last weekend, I was like, I've scheduled them. Please look at YouTube for when these sprints are because I don't know.
Yeah.
Going to start All That's Left Unsaid by Tracy Lynn. I'm having a bit of a slow morning because I have a bit of a cold. Oh no. I'm sorry you have a cold. Hello, Andy. I'm back from eating dinner. Chicken bacon ranch calzone. That sounds delicious.
Ooh.
I'll be listening to The Lady Killers, Deadly Women Throughout History, while diamond painting in the next sprint. I love how everyone is talking about diamond painting.
Mm-hmm.
Should probably head to bed considering it's 20 to 1 in the morning. That's fair. And you have a full day of work. So go to bed, Amanda, and I will see you, I'm sure, very soon. Have a good night.
Okay.
58% through
Nice.
this season. I feel
Very
like
good.
easy books. That's fair. Is it like a harder read?
For me, it's a harder read because it's more like adult fantasy, like high fantasy.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not a huge fantasy person, so it's taking me a while to like understand what's happening.
That's fair. I think I would like it. I just haven't gotten around to it. There's so many fantasy series that I'm like, I want to start.
Mm-hmm.
But then I went into my romance era and I have not read almost any fantasy books this year. Fantasy was my most read genre last year. It's my least read genre so far this year. I've
Wow.
done a whole flip. It's fine. I'm sure
Sometimes you're bringing something different.
I'm sure I will read fantasy again. I'm sure. Just not right now. Although I have to read it for the Besties Book Club for this month. So I have to force myself to read Throne of Glass.
Mm.
Thank you, Nell. Can't believe that I've been on BookTube for a year. Thank you all for making it an enjoyable community and so welcoming. I love this community.
Yeah.
It's the best. Time is a social construct. True. It's a little easier because at least the whole east coast of Australia is in the same time zone again. Here's where I would say this is easier for people living in Australia. For me, I go, if you're not in where Crystal lives, because that's the first Australia time zone I learned because I met Crystal first. I don't know what your time zone is. I'm like, I will even ask, I'll be like, do you live in the same time zone as Crystal? I don't even know what time zone that is. I just know it's the one Crystal lives in. And I hope that so I don't know if that's really helpful because I don't know the other Australia time zones. So
Yeah.
it's fine. It's all good. Amanda is in the UK. Amanda has a channel too. If anyone wants to check out
really?
Amanda's,
Oh.
Amanda, what is your channel name? If you're still here, I know it, but I'm forgetting. Oh no. Endless. This is the same as when I talk about people in my videos. I'll be like, Julie from, and the name of the channel. It'll be even Neva. I talk about Neva all the time, and I'll be like, reading. I don't remember.
You know,
Like
they all
my
have books in them.
Yeah. There we go. The Endless Unread.
Oh, okay.
Like I know Amanda's channel name, and I knew it was Endless. I was close. I was 50% of the way there. Hi, Jean. Oh, you're sick. I'm so sorry to hear that. Listening to Torn by Carrie and Colt. I feel like I saw someone doing these sprints yesterday, reading this book. Like they were all reading this book on sprints. Sarah? Maybe? 61% into the book now, really thinking crime may not be for me, but it's a good story. That's fair. I think it's one of those things that like it's nice to try a new genre of book, but like it's okay if it's not every genre is for everybody.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
The only genre that I've really found that like they're always like 2 or 3 stars is horror. But other than that, I kind of like everything, but I go through phases.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anyone else does that. Goes through like I read a lot of one thing.
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll
Yeah.
get sick of it. I want to read something else.
Yep.
Yeah.
I purposefully try to mix up like what I read throughout the month. Like I'll try to make sure that I have like a little bit of mystery, a little bit of romance, or
Mhm.
a little bit of nonfiction, a little bit of sci-fi. Like I purposefully try to do that because if I read too much of the same thing, I'm gonna start to hate it.
Exactly. You do.
Yeah.
Awesome. See, this is why I love this community because we're all just so supportive of each other. Just finished dinner, reading. No, not reading. Ready to finish my book. And I need to add the new timer to this thing. Hold on. Because we're switching to an oldie but a goodie for the next sprint of Pomodoro Kitty. Because if everyone wants animal sounds, we're gonna let the cat timer do it for us. Does anyone know what this means?
No.
Mm-mm.
Bit problematic considering I'll be going to a crime book club every month.
Oh boy.
That is a problem if you're discovering it's not for you.
Yeah.
That is problematic. Torn is a slow burn age gap, but dad's best friend. It's the Cliterature Book Club with Rumi's Sarah Shell. See, I knew it was Sarah. Say, I saw this.
Gotcha.
Okay, yes, go to bed, man. Go to bed. We've kept you here long past when we meant to. Hi, Rainey. 50% into the writing retreat. I'm liking it so far. I knew you were going to like it because it sounded more your jam.
It sounds really good, but from people that I know that have read it, they didn't like it. But the synopsis sounds good.
Everyone, and the synopsis is not what the book is. No. We've all agreed that there is things that are in the synopsis that at 80% in, I still had not witnessed.
Wow.
Whoa.
So, and there was a lot that had happened that were not in the synopsis.
Oh my god.
And
Oh.
even the people who liked it in our buddy read was like, I think it was Alicia who was like, it's a bad game of telephone. Like that's what the synopsis is like.
Gotcha.
So I told Neva, don't read the synopsis, read the book, and then go read the synopsis, and you will laugh at what they've tried to explain this book as.
That's good advice.
Is that the one that like the writer goes on the retreat and then people start dying according to the synopsis?
Yep.
Okay.
That's not what this book is. Not even I mean, they do go to a writing retreat. That's the only thing that is true. There's a horror element. There's a lot of like sex that I was not like expecting, including with like paranormal things.
Oh.
There's a whole bunch of things happening in this book.
Interesting.
Wow.
That is not, the synopsis does not convey any of that to you.
Wow.
Which was why I was like, oh, it's an isolated thriller. And I was really excited about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess technically it is, but like, no.
Interesting.
Ooh, I would have assumed it was smutty before 49% in, Jean. Yeah, try to switch it around, have a good mix. I'll be off. It's almost 2 a.m. Yes, go to sleep. I love how we've had so many people just staying well into the middle of the night to hang out with us.
That's late.
Also laughing because I walked out of the bathroom and my son has fallen asleep outside the door. He was having a tantrum and he fell asleep during it. Well, it's exhausting to pitch a fit.
Yeah. All those big feelings in a little body.
It's a lot. Yeah, a good amount of the synopsis has not happened yet. Wow. No, you won't. I honestly, at like 80%, I still haven't seen it. So, yeah, it's odd. I mean, I think it's a good book for people who like paranormal things or who like horror thriller combos. Like if you like a horror thriller combo, I think you'll love this. I don't.
I like paranormal stuff, but I don't know if I want them to have sex. That is weird.
This was my thing. We actually discussed this, and I was like, I love smutty books. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like in a thriller, it's an odd thing to throw in there.
Yeah.
I am actually more intrigued.
There you go. There you go. It's actually very explicit, but like,
Wow.
I was
The
like,
closest that I've gotten to that was when I read Layla. That's about as close as I've gotten to that.
oh, I haven't
That
read
book was
Layla.
Infuriating.
Oh,
That book
I
made
haven't
me
read
so
it yet. Don't know
Mhm.
if I'm going to,
Made
honestly.
me so mad.
Oh.
Oh, it's your husband's grandfather's funeral, and that was a lot for a toddler. Yes, I could see
Yeah.
that. I'd say it's probably 75% in when it starts happening.
Wow.
I don't think the person who wrote the synopsis
Read the book.
read the book. I think they were given a point form, like bullet points of like, this is what the book is about, and
man.
did not. Yes, I think if you, and this is why I was like, Rainey was reading it after me, and Rainey was like, "Oh, you're not liking it. Oh no," and I was like, "No, you're gonna love it," because Rainey loves when I like a weird book. But if anyone says a book is weird, I'm not. That doesn't make me go, "Oh, I didn't pick that up." Like I haven't picked up like Bunny or any of these books that I know. Catherine House, I read because it was the Besties Book Club pick. Didn't like that either. What?
Catherine House was weird.
Oh, Catherine House is so weird.
Okay.
I got to the end of Catherine House and I went, someone needs to tell me what happened. Because I don't understand what happened. Someone needs to explain it to me.
That's funny.
But that's just a me thing. I don't think it's a book thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was reading along with the terseness of it and then was like, oh, so that's happening. That's true. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I put a hold on at the library. I'm very intrigued.
There you go. I think if that's your jam, you will love it.
Yeah.
It's just not my jam. And I went into it going, I love an isolated thriller. And that's what I was expecting was your typical isolated thriller.
Mm-hmm.
And I was taken well away from that. And I will say, I usually say, it's hard to do something that's never been done with an isolated thriller. Well, this author has figured out how to really switch it up.
Yeah.
Real different. Julie, how are you liking The Last Tale of the Flower Bride?
I know we just talked about like not giving a book a rating too early, but I am liking this way more than I even thought I would. Like it's so intriguing, but also very, if you have read anything else by her, her writing style is very, very whimsical and flowery and descriptive. So it's very fairy tale-esque already. And then she's spinning a fairy tale purposefully. So, but I really, really like it.
Nice. I think I'd like that because I like fairy tale like esque books.
Yeah. And it's like, it's the first part has been from her husband's point of view. So you're getting like his view of this like sort of whimsical person that he's trying to figure out what is going on with her. So it's very, very interesting.
Nice. I feel like stuff's going to hit the fan with this book, but I'm intrigued. And you'll also hate Bunny. I know I will hate Bunny. I'm never going to read that book. And I know a lot of people love that book, but I just know it's not for me. Want to read Bunny.
I have it. It's on my shelf. Like I physically have it. I just haven't read it.
Loved Catherine House. Totally understand that isn't for everyone. I showed up. Everyone loved it at the Besties Book Club. It's at me. I was the only one that went. I just don't understand. I don't get it. I don't understand.
Wow.
Bunny and Catherine House were both 5 stars. Then you would probably like The Writing Retreat. Not that it's like these. It's not like Catherine House at all. But like it's the same like what is happening kind of vibes. Best employee bringing my boss McDonald's. I love that you're bringing McDonald's to Taco Bell.
Taco Bell. I was literally thinking that. I was like, are you allowed to do that?
I guess if you work there. Bunny was a 5-star for me too, but definitely no, Brittany would not like it. Brittany knows she would not like it. Like, no, not my jam. I'm trying to think. We went a little over, so I'm wondering, this might be the last sprint, if that's okay with everybody.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Let me pull up. Hopefully the cat meows now that I've decided to switch to the cat.
Yeah. It's amazing.
I love this. They were probably like, Yep. That's a thing. Are we ready to read?
Yep.
Let's go. For 1 millisecond, I thought that cat was not going to make a noise. And I was like, seriously? I think you could probably see it on my face of going like, anyway, how did that go? I did no reading in that sprint. I talked to people on Instagram and I scrolled TikTok for much longer than I should have.
It happens. It happens.
And then it was like we had 5 minutes left, and I was like, well,
Yeah.
I might as well just continue to scroll.
I got about 30 more pages, so I just hit page 100. So
Nice.
33 pages.
Very nice. Very nice. You both had a much more productive sprint than I did. Let's see. FYI, Stars Hollowathon sprints start in 20 minutes on Brooklyn's channel. So if you want more sprints, they are there. And there's the link for Stars Hollowathon sprints. Let me take away this banner before we keep going. This is also accurate. I'm sprinting every day this week. So if you want more sprints, all the links are in the bio for the week. Hi, Amy. Just wanted to pop on and say hi. And then I'm reading The Grace Year because Brittany made me do it. I'm so glad.
Yay.
I hope that you're loving it because I loved that book. It was so good. Finished Where the Crawdad Sings, 3 stars. The ending brought it down a whole star for me. And then I worked on some notes for the classes this week. Nice. Another 40 pages read up to page 315.
Nice.
Cool.
Tried to read, mostly just napped. I scrolled, so, you know. Napping's a good time. I love a good nap sprint. 65 starring Adam Driver is on TV. Nice. Transferring files so I can edit. That's a whole process.
I need to do that.
That's the only reason I'm hesitant to get a camera, because right now I do iPhone to iMac. So moving files is actually fairly easy because I can just airdrop them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, if I get a phone, if I get a camera, that whole process becomes so much more difficult.
So much more complicated.
Yeah. Someday I probably will have to. 90% of The Grace Year will finish tonight.
Awesome.
Loving it, but also hating it, but mostly loving it. That's fair. It's a hard read. Like the topic's hard. So like, I can understand what you're saying. Yeah, it's not like a good time book. Like it's tough topics, but I still loved it, and I feel like nobody talks about it. Hi, Zoe. How are you?
Nice.
I love this. I love it. I love it. I'm so glad that you changed your name. Not that you had to, but now I will remember that it's you. Did manage to take a shower. Hate not managing to start grading, but loved hanging out with you all. And like I said, if you want more sprints, ML, there's some on Brooklyn channel after this. Need to have fun on Canva creating a new channel banner. That's always fun.
Yep.
I love Canva. Canva's fun.
Yeah.
41 pages. Would love to finish the book tonight. I have 2 hours and 45 minutes left, so we'll see how tired I am.
So close.
So close. I think you can do it. It depends, like you said, on how tired you get. 'Cause sometimes I'll be like, oh, I can totally finish this tonight. And like one sprint will go by and then my whole energy level has shifted in 45 minutes. But
Sometimes you lose your mojo.
Sorry?
I said sometimes you lose your mojo.
Yeah. You're like, oh, it's a whole hour later. Much more tired now. Got to page 214. Hope to see some of you on Brooklyn's channel for more sprints. You are very welcome. Thank you, everyone, for popping into the comments. And thank you so much to Julie and Nell and Cal earlier for coming on and hanging out with me this Tuesday. And I'm going to head off now. And I will see everybody else in Brooklyn's comments, but also tomorrow night right back here. Bye.